Alright guys, here we go. We got a little video for you. Changing the power steering rack on a Prado. It's going to be very similar on a lot of vehicles. You can see the connection from the steering wheel goes down to the steering rack, the pinion down there, right? We're going to show you what we can anyway. So this happens to be a 120 Prado, and oh look, that is a nice Oz Prado Crew shirt, bottom right hand corner of the picture. Nice. Anyway, so what's happened so far? We've got the bash plate off to get that out of the way, the wheels off, as you can see, and the split pins from the tie rod ends out, ready to release the tie rod ends. Now, steering rack, basically it's got a couple of bolts holding it in place, right? You can see one, that's the top of it right there, got another one there, and of course you've got the pinion. We talked about that, which is very difficult to see at the moment. We'll get to that step by step. I'm going to add on little stages and the information you need to know that might help you change your steering rack if you need to on the rare occasion. But yeah, we don't really see too many issues where steering racks need to be changed or that they're worthwhile to change. Okay, so we're loading up the tie rod end with a tool to split that. Pop it out. Could make a bit of a pop noise, just depends how tight it is, whether it comes out or not. As demonstrated previously, you can use a hammer and just give it a bit of a smack there. That's what someone's done before. Whoa, get out the way. I wasn't ready for that. I was what am I going to say next? Anyway, that's what happens, guys. So that's why the nut's on there, because when it goes pop, there can be quite a bit of force. There's a couple of different ways to get them off. You can hit this material here to crack it loose. You can use a tool to split it, or a bit of a combination. You can use a tool and give it a tap also. Yeah, that woke me up anyway. Wasn't ready for that. Yeah, that's the second one. We already did the other one. With a big bang at the other side. Rack tie rod ends removed. Okay, so our mounting bolts need to come out. And over there you can see the clamp's been removed for one of the fluid lines. And next to it is the one with a nut on it. Same thing over this side with a mounting bolt being removed. I'm wondering what the noise in the background was. That's some welding equipment. We're here at Kim Pro Weld, the Pro Welder, and check out that guy. So these awning brackets, not good enough for the pros. He's manufactured his own. Look at that, nice and strong and light. And it's a triple whammy, 3 brackets for the awning. Nice work. Now can you keep it down? We're trying to get a rack done over here, thanks. Alright, so we've loosened off those bolts there up the top there, towards the top of the steering column. There's like a uni joint set up there. You'll be able to look this video. It's going to be hard to show you everything, guys. Obviously we've disconnected those fluid lines, or working on that, you know. There, the hose is off, you can see. The next one's coming off. Taking the 12mm bolt out. Again, I can't even get in there to show you, you know, what's going on. It's kind of like pretty awkward. Let's have a bit of a look down there, see if that works. No, not really. Anyway, I'll give you the instructional, and you know, so quite difficult. Hang on, what about through that way? There it is. There's the pinion, so you can maybe see the bolts removed. If I zoom in there, no, it's not going to quite focus. It's a bit dark in there. Doesn't matter anyway. We've got to remove the 12mm bolt for that one to slide that off, and a little bit extra movement here, which is awesome. Bada bing, mounting bolt's done. So I reckon we've got one more line to remove, yeah? Solid. Stuck solid.
Mud
equals money. Just not budging at all.
I think it's waving.
Very tight. Lots of work to get this one out. Mud equals money. It takes longer, means more money. Or more beer. So if you're paying in Coronas, you better start filling up the trailer with boxes. It's coming. Right, everything's undone. All fluid lines, mounting bolts, tie rod ends, and the pinion. We're going to do a bit of testing here to see if we can slip this out without removing the sway bar. Bit of rock and roll, bit of twisting this way, that way. Yeah, a bit of fiddling around.
Something like that behind you.
Yeah, it's the.
Let's see if it comes out at the posterior side here, right?
And then you got to angle it.
I'll just support it, and you can just angle.
Got the drain tray behind you as well.
Go up.
Oh, you can't.
Right, crew, we've got the steering rack on the ground. Now, this isn't the one that came out. This is just to show you, this is what's going in. Why is this going in? Because a brand new steering rack is $2,000. Reconditioned, quite expensive also, and I'm not sure that I trust them. This is still genuine, okay? So it's one from the wreckers, it's the cheapest option, and because we don't have a lot of problems with steering racks, when we do, I trust that one that, as it's come out of the vehicle at the wreckers, is probably not going to have any issues, and it's definitely the cheapest option. So just wanted to show you quickly, because it was I'm sorry, but it was very difficult to show you all the components and the maneuvering to get the rack out. But I'll just quickly go through it again. You can see the two mounting points of the steering rack. That's this one here and that one there. There's a couple of long bolts that go through. We changed that boot because it had a small hole in it after checking that out. When you change the rack ends, you can count the turns or you can take a measurement. And of course you've got your two fluid line connections here. They're capped at the moment, and that's your pinion at the top there, okay? So that's what's called a rack, and pinion goes that way, right? So we've got it all centralized. What we did, we took a measurement of the old rack with the boot off from the end of the housing to the end of the rack, and so it's going to go back on exactly the same position as the other rack came off. For this one, it came out, it kind of like went across to the passenger side and then back across to the driver's side and out the front. So you can fiddle around. There's probably a couple of different ways you can get it out, and you can probably move more components out of the way to make it a bit easier. It's just one of those fiddly jobs. It's not too bad, but it's not too good. Hopefully this has been helpful so far. Let's get it back in and see if we've got a bit more information, if we can come up with something that's helpful for you. All right, so passing the steering rack in from the driver's side through the front between the cross member and the sway bar.
Let me turn it a bit.
It's going to be quite fiddly.
Yep.
It's going to need to get turned, come back a little bit more and spin it. Was it upside down when it came out, maybe?
Yeah, that's upside down.
That's it. Careful of that pinion. Gently, slowly, that's it. Push that boot on the outside over that right side there. Hip, your side, that boot there on the rotor. That's it. Out that end, and then get this around that way. You can start getting back the other way. Gently, slowly. Careful of all the boots and the connections and the pipes and everything.
Just while we got the tip
Nicely
cover it up,
done,
because
yeah,
we've got
nicely
shell
done.
with dirt.
What do you need?
Nicely done. A bit more fiddling around anyway, we'll get it all lined up. A bit of fiddling around, it went in position, and then you've got to fiddle around and get that bolt in, that mounting bolt. It's now in position. Little bracket up here where the auto cooler lines had to be removed, get it out of the way to make a bit of room. You can see the hose has got to go back on up there. It's still capped at the moment to the two fluid lines. What else can we see? Not a lot. You can see just in there. It's a bit blurry, but you know, that's where the spline goes on. Bada bing, these got loosened off as we said to allow it to slide up and down a little bit. Alright, so not forgetting, tighten these two up. The one down there on the pinion. Tire ends back in, split pins on. Mounting bolts tight, fluid lines connected. Right, obviously it needs a bit of a cleanup still. It looks, once again, looks like a pretty straightforward job, but very fiddly and time consuming. Just getting it in and out and checking all the measurements, making sure everything's set up correctly. Now we've just got to get the bash plates back on and the wheels on, and it'll be a bada boom, bada bing. Just want to show you one other thing, bit of a bad design bash plate. See these support plates there? That's where it bolts up to the chassis, right? All the load, when you hit the bash plate here, bang, 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 is transferring straight through those, right? There's two of them, direct into the chassis here, and it's hard, might be hard to see, but look at the dents in the chassis. The chassis is only 2 millimeters thick, and it's got quite, that's pushed up around about 5 mil, quarter of an inch. So it is damaging the chassis, and if that pushes far enough, it could tear the steel there, or it could start to damage this weld here. It could, when you start hitting things there, it could break it out here. Look, it's pretty strong, but just saying, not the best design bash plate. Stick with the Kaon gear, kaon.com.au. These are those painful bash plates, hard to remove and reinstall, but each time you do it, you get better at it.
Hey, can you grab my nuts for me? Since I grabbed your nuts.
Okay, I'm walking away.
Stop it. Let's check it again. Alright peoples, sorry it wasn't more informative. I know it's very difficult to show you all the procedures, and it's quite fiddly, but I think we covered all the nuts and bolts, bits and pieces that need to be removed and refitted and all that sort of thing. So if you got something like that, please remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe, turn the bell on. We've got better information and videos coming your way. Thanks for watching. See ya.